Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to take a look at what weapons work best for your Titans. That is the Kid, the Arthur, and the Ao Ming. Last week I answered a question that many of you had. The Ao Ming or the Arthur, which would I choose? Which, by the way, if you haven't checked out that video, I'll put a link to that in the top right corner of the screen and the video description. But that video is kind of linked to today's video, although today's video we're going to be focusing more on weapons and weapon setups. If I had access to a max level Kid and all the weapons, I can run any weapon for the Kid, what would I run? And the answer might surprise you. So I'm going to build it now so that you guys can follow along here. It's going to be the default weapons. And I'm going to give you my explanation or rationale behind it. Okay, so let's build this first. So if you have, a lot of platinum you've saved up, or maybe you're not sure where to spend your platinum, I would actually focus on these weapons because if you compare the Kid to the Arthur, so the Kid can fire all its weapons, but you need to use your ability. The Arthur, on the other hand, can fire all its weapons. You don't need to use your ability. Plus, it has a strong physical shield. That makes the Arthur the strongest between the two. But here's the thing. So let me just unequip these weapons here. I just did that so that you guys can follow along, but let's just do this. And let's move on over to the Arthur. So I've run different setups for the Arthur. Machine guns, dragoons, rockets, even variations of them. And I found the best setup is actually the default weapons. So these weapons are the same as the Kids. So that's why I think, for a player who isn't sure where to spend their platinum, I would say spend it on, these weapons and then move it over to the Arthur once you get the Arthur. Because I actually run this setup on my own account and I find it actually works really, really well. Better than the rocket setups. There's two hybrid builds that I would run or consider running on the Arthur, but I still think, these weapons are the best. I've tried this setup over here with ruptures on the side. This one actually works better than the saw in the middle, in my opinion anyways. And I've run this all at max level. So, after the machine gun setup with the retaliators on the side, this is the next setup I would run or consider running, on your Arthur. But the thing is, you would need to buy these two rupture weapons. The other option is, let's just move on over to the saw. So we're going to run this and then retaliators on the side, which I know some players have, tried this out, but I actually found the other setup was stronger. Okay, so 3 setups for the Arthur. Those are the ones I would pick, but my top choice is actually machine guns, which is the default weapons you could level up from the Kid. So those are the weapons for the Kid and the Arthur. And in terms of the Ao Ming, so let's do that now. So for the Ao Ming, I found there were 2 builds in particular that were really, really strong. Many of you will know the Dragoon setup, so I guess we'll start with this first. So the Cuirassier and the, I think it's called Gendarme. I think that's how you pronounce it. So this setup, a lot of top players tend to run it. Keep in mind too that you would have to spend platinum to get all 4 of these weapons, which is very expensive. The other thing too with the Ao Ming is that it costs a lot to level it up. A lot of players I see running the Ao Ming, but it goes down really quickly. I don't think they've factored in the fact that you actually have to level it up quite a bit. It doesn't have a physical shield either, which can be a downside. But in terms of the top setups, I would say the Dragoon setup, because you have that 600 meter range, and the rocket setup. I actually find the rocket setup deadlier, because if you're dealing with things like Arthur, the splash damage is devastating to them. So this is I think would probably be my top setup. So let's do that. So I think this would be my top setup, then the Dragoon setup, and then there is a variation of this which I've tried out that has actually worked really well. And that is 2 Vengeance and the Ruptures on the side. So 3 setups for the Ao Ming in terms of, what I would actually run. And I've tried, variations of the weapons, as I said, and I found that, dragoons, rockets, and, what you see here, kind of a hybrid, works best. But you know what? I'm going to actually jump into some gameplay now and show you some action clips of, all these builds I've kind of just shown you. For example, machine guns on the Kid, on the Arthur, and then variations of the Saw and, Rupture builds for the Arthur, as well as, the setups I've shown you here for the Ao Ming, so that you guys can see, how they do on the battlefield at max level. And you guys can let me know your thoughts. Maybe you actually have a build you've tried on your Titan that you found to work, really well. Let me know in the comment section, and who knows, maybe it might appear in a future video so I can test it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, for today's video. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later. Okay, we're going to take out this invader here. Let's see if we can take this guy out. We need to defend a beacon. We only have one beacon, which is this beacon. Let's get this guy next. Okay, I have to use my cover here. I'm just waiting for my retaliators to reload, and then we're gonna attack this guy in center. Let's do that. And this guy over here, we're gonna use the stove. Let's burn this guy up. And this guy here, if I can get him. Let's do this. Let's take out that Ao Ming. And also this Falcon here. Let's take him out. Uh-oh. I'm gonna move over to this side here. Unfortunately, I don't have my resistance. I'm gonna see if I can make this work. Let's move on over to this side. And we're gonna do this. And then this. To get this leech. And this Falcon as well. And I'm gonna use the stove again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. My weapons! Let's do this. And the stove again. Arthur here at center. I'm going to try to hold it down. We have another Arthur on that side. Let's try to deal with this guy here first. Help out my teammates. And let's deal with this guy next. Got to watch out for his blast wave here. We'll just wait to reload. And let's push forward. Let's do that. Let's take him out. Let's take out this guy. Where is this guy? There we go. Let's take out this one here. Trying to wear that guy out. If I can get close enough, I can take out maybe both of these guys even. This guy's really close. Let's do this. Is there another guy below me here? Let's get this guy next. So we have a godlike. Let's just do this. Just waiting for him to get out of that last stand there. Oh jeez, I think that was a bit of a waste. Yeah, there we go. Protect this beacon here. We have a couple of guys in the tunnel. We're going to do the death fart and trying to get both of them as well, if we can do that. Let's just follow here because you know that they're going to try again. This guy is almost within range. Let's get him down to his last stand. Let's do this. We're going to be able to get him once it's there. There we go. And this is kind of where I think, you know, this setup works really well when it comes to dealing with Ao Mings. Whoa, this guy's like right next to me. Whoa! So this is kind of why I think this one is better than the SAW, because, you know, once you've loaded your weapons up, it's not like just one pop and then you have to wait for a couple of seconds. You can continuously hit a player. And I think when it comes to range, this might be a better option. Let's do this. Trying to hit this guy here. And avoiding the guy on the right flank as well. I think he got taken out, that other Ao Ming. So let's deal with this guy. And this guy next. Come on. Here we go. And this guy, death fought. Oh, almost over the edge. Ooh, that was so close. This guy almost took a swim. Okay, we're gonna see if we can perhaps get this guy. We're actually not doing too well here on bots. It's like 3 versus 5 or something. Where is this guy going? Let's do this. Should be able to take him out with the death fart. Let's focus on this guy next. And that should do it. Unfortunately, they got our home beacon here, but I mean, it's like 2 versus 5. I'm not expecting miracles, man. Where is this guy going? This guy out. Trying to get within that 100 meters for the death fart. Let's do this. This is weird. He's got like 2... Is that 2 last stands or something? Let's protect this beacon here. And this guy there. Let's move this way. My back towards this side. Because this other guy's trying to get close to me. Where is he? Yeah, he's keeping his distance. I need to turn so that my back is towards a building here. Okay, I got him. He was a little bit too close. And this guy is going to be able to finish me off, I think. Yep. Okay, so I've just dropped in with my Ao Ming here. We're going to take out this other Ao Ming. And the nice thing about the setup is that it outranges the 500 meter weapons, you know, that you can run on the Ao Ming. I'm going to move this way because this Ao Jung wants he wants a piece of me. So let's do this. Take him out. Let's get this guy. And this one here as well. You can see how devastating it is. And if I can get within 600, we can take out this guy as well. We need to get a beacon here quickly. I have to drop down. So let's get this beacon. If I can take out this leech, we can get that beacon as well. We have a couple more players on this side. Let's hit them with that. And the beauty about this setup is just the splash damage, you know, not being able to hide behind cover. I can hit this guy here. So you do have to be careful of 600 meter range weapons. But you'll see how deadly this is, especially to something like the Arthur. But mind you, you do have to get within range as well. So I'm just waiting for my rockets to charge up here. And we will hit some of those players back there. Just trying to do that. There's an Arthur there. I'm trying to get some splash on that guy. So we got a little bit of splash. Sometimes what I do is I wait until my side rockets are loaded, these weapons here, before I go into flight. That way, when I hit a player, like, you rarely hit them hard, like this guy here. There we go. Let's get that guy. Uh-oh. So here's the downside to the Ao Ming. So I can't hit this Loki here. There's no ways I can hit him. I have to advance. It's the only way. Because let's just say he were to get the center beacon. So I would drop. But that's the only thing I can do. I can't kill him because I don't have quantum radar. So I think he's running beacons on us here. Let's get this leech. This is one of the builds that are extremely deadly to leeches, especially. Let's get that guy with splash. Trying to get this guy down to his last stand if I can. There we go. That should do it. And this guy. Let's just drop. Okay, so they have an Arthur here. Let's just heal up. I'm waiting for my rockets to charge all the way before I go into flight and I hit that Arthur. So let's just wait. We're almost fully charged. I'm just waiting here. I want to see how much damage we do. Okay, so we're going to go into a flight. This is about fully charged, and let's hit him with everything. So you can see how deadly it is, and I don't think that guy is going to be a maxed out Arthur either, but definitely very deadly to Arthurs. Another build which I've tried, which is extremely deadly. And you're going to see the reason now why. It has some splash, but what makes it so deadly is, I think, the vengeance weapons. If I can get that guy. I think that's a leech. Let's get this guy. And this invader. What is that? Is that a Raijing? I think that's a Raijing. So yeah, having some splash is kind of nice sometimes. We also have this guy here. This guy's gonna land in front of us. Let's take care of this guy first before he gets his beacon. Actually, he is gonna get that beacon. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, let me just drop down here. We're taking on way too much damage. You always got to be careful of that when it comes to this Titan. Okay, let's try now. Let's get this guy. And that guy goes down. This guy's gonna land right in front of us here. But I can't go into flight just yet. Let's try to get him down to his last stand. Let's just heal up here. There we go. This guy